Module 11, Phylum Cnidaria. This phylum includes some creatures you are likely familiar with, and perhaps some you are not. The more commonly known organisms are jellyfish, sea anemones, and corals. These organisms have two basic body forms. A polyp is the sessile tubular form of a cnidarian with a mouth and tentacles at one end and a basal disc at the other. The second form is a medusa. A medusa is a free-swimming cnidarian with a bell-shaped body and tentacles. These terms are pretty easy to remember. A polyp is basically an upside-down medusa, and the term Medusa was used as a reference to the mythological character Medusa, who had a head full of snakes for her hair. Some cnidarians have only one of these forms, while other species have both forms in their life cycles. Like the sponges, cnidarians' bodies are made up of two cell layers separated by a jelly-like one. The cell layers are called the epithelium. An epithelium is an animal tissue consisting of one or more layers of cells that have only one free surface because the other surface adheres to a membrane or other substance. The jelly-like layer is called mesoglea. Mesoglea is the material that separates the epithelial cells in a cnidarian. Within the epithelial cells are specialized cells called nerve cells. They can feel stimuli in the water and coordinate how the organism is going to respond to those stimuli. Among the epithelial cells are also contractile cells. These cells constrict to aid the body to bend and move. All cnidarians show radial symmetry. They have a mouth surrounded by tentacles. They also have a bag or sac-like gut. The tentacles of cnidarians are used to capture food using some fascinating mechanisms. They're covered with special structures called nematocysts. Nematocysts are small capsules that contain a toxin which is injected into prey or predators. When most organisms touch the tentacles of a cnidarian, the nematocysts behave like tiny harpoons and are injected into the organism. They release a toxin when they are sprung, and depending on the organism, the toxin will cause anything from minor irritation to paralysis. If the organism is paralyzed, then the cnidarian will eat it. Nematocysts are powerful for capturing prey, but they are also important for protection, stinging any potential fish or other creature that might be attacking. Now, when a cnidarian catches its prey, the tentacles pull it towards the central mouth and then into the sac-like gut where it is digested, extracellularly. The epithelial cells lining the gut then can engulf the partially digested food and continue to digest it in the cells. Because cnidarians have such thin layers of skin, they do not need any types of structures to remove wastes or exchange gases. All the cells can do this on their own because they are exposed to the water. Cnidarians can reproduce asexually or sexually, but will most often reproduce via budding, like the sponges. Yet, at least once in their lifetime, they will reproduce sexually.